Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action in this one. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report.
Hey, Kevin. Trey.
Thanks, DA. They're down a body tonight, but it didn't have too much of an impact on their rotation.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. Then it's Young. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Snell in at the small forward. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Green in at the 3-side.
Boy, the quickness by Simmons, breathtaking. So good at blowing by whoever's trying to stay in front of him.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Outside, Simmons. Here's Embiid. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
It's deflected. Here's Capella, and he uses the glass on the layup. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Just 5 to shoot. It's Young on the wing. Here's Snell, guarded by Green.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Harris's shot is off. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Snell kicks to Collins. Back to Snell. Capella against Embiid. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. They grab their own miss, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Down low, here's Embiid, and Capella sends it back. The pass to Embiid to the middle. 76ers moving the ball around.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bogdanovich finds Capella. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Harris.
And, you know, Capella is so strong that you really got to wrap him up if you're going to commit the foul on him.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Hill in for Ben Simmons. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Now, here's Hunter. D right on him. Pass to Capella. Gallinari outside. Passes it to Capella. Now, here's Howard. Fast break. Here they come. Back to Embiid. Gallinari with the steal. Pass to Herter. To the inside, Capella, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And the 76ers making a change here. Curry's checked in. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
The 17-footer. It's rebounded by Herter. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Capella goes in, and the dunk by Capella.
You know, for his size, Capella is quite graceful. I mean, he's not a stationary big man by any means. An excellent scorer off drives.
The pass to Embiid, and stolen by Hunter. And here's the fast break. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Herter, no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Curry passes to Embiid. Here's Korkmaz. Howard with it. Puts it up from 15. That shot off. Unable to get that one. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Okongwu is out there with Hunter. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Dunn, and it's Williams at the 2. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Pass to Maxey. 6 to shoot. Pass to Scott. Shoots over Capella. Here's Howard. And at last, they get one to fall.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Okongwu dishes to Dunn. Howard with the steal. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Capella. The dish to Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Maxey passes to Howard. Outside, Scott. Over Okongwu. And it's off the back rim. No good. Atlanta leading by 7. Here's Williams. Finished off the break.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Ben Simmons comes in for Scott. Danny Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Shake Milton. And Young kicks to Snell. Lock at 6. Fernando, the pass to Bogdanovich. To the paint. Another shot. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
There's the pass to Thybulle. Stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. It's good on the putback. Fernando's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Pass to Thybulle. Now here is Harris. Just 5 on the clock. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Harris.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Young dishes to Snell. Back to Young. Passes it to Fernando. Collins trying to break free.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Collins against Simmons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. To the middle. Here's Fernando. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Fernando's got 6 here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
A 3 from Simmons. Embiid kicks to Thybulle. Back to Embiid. Over Young. Embiid, no good. Gets it off. The shot that time, not on target. And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks lead by 11. And a chance.
Thanks.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Clint Capella had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Clint Capella has been sensational.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Back to Young. Over Thybulle. Young, no good. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 11-point game. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young finds Gallinari. Back to Young. Down low, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Embiid. Curry comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And George Hill's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. DeAndre Hunter comes in for John Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Here's Okongwu. Goes back up. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. Here's Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can. He's pretty good at it.
And Young, here we go. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Young makes it off the glass. Young's got 5 points so far.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Max, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Dunn comes in for Young. Now, here's Maxey. Dunn covering. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Howard. Here's Maxey. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. The Hawks leading by 8. Williams scanning the floor. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
To the left side wing. Back to Milton. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Ben Simmons comes in for Scott, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Korkmaz. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. And Tony Snell subbed in for Williams. Done outside. Snell, the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, on fire tonight. I mean, Capella's scoring numbers can come from a lot of directions, lots of dunks, lay-ins, and putbacks. They can add up quickly.
Pass to Embiid. They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
The big man is so skilled and has such an infectious personality. Joel Embiid is hard not to love. I mean, he just oozes that kind of attraction. And his potential, unlimited.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Curry's checked in for Shake Milton. And George Hill's subbed in for Maxey. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Bogdanovic is checked in. Back to Dunn. Inside. Capella dishes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Atlanta leading by 12. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Tony Snell is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the center. Here's Snell. He gets it in there. Snell's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Hawks.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Snell, defended by Thibault. Embiid with the steal. The 8-footer. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Hill.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Kicks it out to Collins. Hunter with it. He's against Hill. Offensive rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Hawks lead by 12. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Green, he's checked in for George Hill. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Young's checked in. Bogdanovich finds Young. Right side, Collins takes the 3. Atlanta again missing. Philadelphia shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Harris drives in. And slam dunk by Harris.
Big man coming through. I have to enjoy watching Harris attack the rack with that kind of ferocity.
Bogdanovich passes to Young. To the paint. Capella kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from 16. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Curry. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. The Hawks working the ball around. Right wing, Capella, high post. Bogdanovich against Green. Bogdanovich passes to Hunter. No good from outside.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
On the wing, Green. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons checked in for the 76ers. And then for Atlanta, Alinari, he's checked in for Collins. And Tony Snell subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Hawks leading by 12. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Simmons. On the wing, Harris. And here is Simmons. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the shot goes in.
With Simmons, the closer, the better. I mean, he's confident from this area of the floor.
Young outside, and there's the pass to Capella to the left wing. Snell kicks to Bogdanovich. Now Young. Jacks up a three. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Clint Capella.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Simmons. From deep. Not going to go that time. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And in the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Well,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
So the net starting five. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. Embiid finds Scott. Now Simmons. Griffin with the steal. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep it guessing. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Now, here is Irving. The three. The shot comes out. And the 76ers with possession. Releases. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Simmons with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simmons passes to Thybulle. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Outside Jordan. Harden left side. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Scott. And it's Hill in for Ben Simmons. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Irving. Over Thybulle. Jordan against Howard. Jordan's shot is off.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And Those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Scott following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finished off by Brown.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now, here's Milton. He feeds it to... Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Yes. Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Irving passes to Brown. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Irving attacking. Headshot off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Pulls up. Count the basket. Irving's got 7.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Now, here's Milton. He's covered by Brown. It's blocked. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. A second chance effort. Durant kicks to Brown. Passes it to Claxton. Nets passing it around. Shot clock at 6. The 15-footer. Rebounded by Howard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good. Durant.
Good at cashing in from mid-range. Such a consistent shooter, Mr. Kevin Durant.
From deep three-point range. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for... And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Maxey out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Howard. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Simmons in at the foursome. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Durant, the pass to Claxton. Lets it go from 11, and it's in there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Curry on the wing. Harris, right side. Back to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Durant in the corner. Over Harris. The drive by Green. Pass to Claxton. Here's KD. Guarded by Harris. And they're pushing it up. And Simmons slams it in.
And Harris is so good at remaining active on both ends of the court, never making anything easy for the opposition, which in turn results in a lot of steals.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Simmons. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Maxey.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
On the wing, Scott. Back to Thybulle. Now, Milton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Thybulle. The drive by Scott. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Hard.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The 3 ball. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Here's Irving, the offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. On the wing, Scott. On the wing, Milton. Covered by Irving.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
From 13. Out to Harris. In the corner, Harden. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Harris's shot is off.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
That free throw good from Korkmaz. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Hill, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Matisse Thybulle. And here's Harden. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing.
That's all for now. Say good.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Green on out there with Luwawu, and it's Durant. And it's Claxton in at center.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The drive by Simmons. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nets, leading by 5. And the pass to KD. And he lays it straight in. Durant's got 8 points.
And you never hear about it, but Durant is very strong. That allows him to finish on shots like that.
Brown against Simmons. Shoots over Brown. Here's Embiid. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
The 76ers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Passes to Luau. That shot missing. And Philadelphia the other way now. Harris with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD's shot is good. And the Nets lead by 7.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
To the middle. Harris kicks to Thibault. From outside, off the mark.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you've got to knock down.
They get it back. Outside for Durant. Second shot opportunity, and the jumper is on the mark. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Green, no good off the back of the rim. The Nets have gone 4-7 to get things started here in the second half. Nets passing it around. Hits it from 3-point range. And now it's a 12-point Nets lead.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Pass to Simmons. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the layup. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Brown finds KD. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Simmons. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
From the stripe. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
50 seconds left in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got 17 now.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay.
Brown the pass to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Harris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Harris is so quick on the drive. Sometimes defenders have to foul him and just hope he misses the shot.
The 76ers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Harden against Hill. Harden dishes to Irving. Here's the three. The shot will not fall. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Scott. Shake Milton is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Howard. And it's Korkmaz at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And he sinks the second. The 76ers trail by 12. Now here's Milton. Scott kicks to Korkmaz. Clock at 6. The pass to Milton. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here is Harden. Outside Griffin. Lets the three fly.
Yeah, not a lot of success for them from three-point range here in the second half.
And on the way from Irving for 3.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Milton's shot is good.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now Harden. Outside Irving. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Passes it to Korkmaz. Back to Scott. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
And here's Harden. Pass to Griffin. Back to Harden. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And the Nets lead by 10.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Scott kicks to Thybulle. 5 to shoot. Howard finds Thybulle. On the wing, Milton. Over Irving. A shot by Milton, no good. Nets leading by 10. Outside Griffin. Harden outside. Back to Griffin. Dishes it to Harden. Harris kicks to Irving. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Oh, you got to love Irving. His range is incredible. His form, impeccable.
To the right side. Korkmaz passes to Milton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Scott, and it's Green in for Korkmaz. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Harden with it. Pass to Irving. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. Jordan kicks to Irving. From deep, drills the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Brooklyn.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for KD.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Fires at the elbow. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires for 3. Let's keep it alive. Jordan with it. Now Green defending. Now here is Irving. From deep three-point range, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Portis, also Antetokounmpo out there, Holiday out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Connaughton in at the 2. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the small forward. Now here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1. Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Harris outside. Shoots over Portis. Embiid. Second chance shot. Goes up with it again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
And Embiid drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Connaughton. Back to Giannis. Pass to Connaughton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Portis. Now the feed to Lopez. And it's good for 2.
Lopez powering through that time.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Giannis against Simmons. Pass to Harris. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Now Harris at 6'9" is a big body, and the defense has got to do a better job of pushing him outside the paint.
Outside Holiday. Back to Portis. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Shoots over Embiid. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. And that one drops.
Holiday did a great job there, realizing they had an opportunity in transition, taking advantage of the numbers. Those are the kind of situations where they thrive.
Now here's Simmons. Passes to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Count that one.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Maxey. Howard, the pass to Maxey. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Maxey's got his second basket. DiVincenzo with it. Dishes to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded closely. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. Brook Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee with the ball. Here is Forbes. Pass to DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. Middleton for 3. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that reach of Dwight Howard is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Curry comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Hill in for Maxey. Now here is Hill. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Basket good.
The long strides of George Hill helping him gain some ground to take advantage of, and slices to the rim and scores.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And back with the start of the second quarter. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. Harris passes to Hill. No good there. Good D by Holiday. And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Mike Scott comes in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for George Hill.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez, because he's been able to step out and shoot threes, along with being a really reliable rim protector.
A second chance effort. Harris's shot is off.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that interior presence of Embiid. Guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Back to Holiday. Connaughton passes to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. The pass to Portis. Back to Giannis. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and ball falls right into it.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Down low, Embiid with the steal. Pass to Milton. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. And there's a foul. We'll go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Danny Green, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks.
That is a vicious dunk from Holiday there. When you give him room to run, he can take off just like that.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Portis with it. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And good that time. Giannis has got 12.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Simmons finds Thybulle. Now Green. Back to Thybulle. Outside Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Holiday with the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Simmons on the wing. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points and
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Pepsi's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. And Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Green in at the 3. The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Simmons the bounce pass. Howard finds Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. Now, here's Tucker. No points in the game yet for him. Puts it up from 12. Moves back up. Feeds it to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Scott. Howard against Lopez. Back to Scott. The pass to Howard. Fades away. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, that's when you love to see the strength of Dwight Howard marching through the defense and just ripping away the second chance opportunity for an easy score.
Now, here's Tucker, defended by Scott. Lopez kicks it to Tucker. Now, DiVincenzo trying to get open as Lopez. DiVincenzo can't hit it. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Scott. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Basket counts. Howard's got 8 points. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Count it.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Lopez with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Holiday. Tips it. It's good on the putback. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. And Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
To the inside. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Lopez. He's got 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Green. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Maxey subbed in for Scott. And then for Milwaukee, Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now, here's Maxey, defended by DiVincenzo. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Maxey. Forbes with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 7. To the middle. Pass to Portis. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Milton. No good that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. 3-on-3. Here's Tucker. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Now, here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Maxey. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Bucks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Forbes the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Maxey, defended by DiVincenzo. Maxey passes to Scott. Misses from short range. Middleton looking it over. Beyond the arc. Tucker, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And Tucker kicks to Portis. Connects on the 9-footer. Portis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. It's what he does best in pick and roll call.
Pass to Connaughton. Back to Holiday. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And Portis throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Simmons, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Giannis is subbed in for Chris Middleton. Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Up top, Embiid. And Simmons slams it in.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
Antetokounmpo passes to Connaughton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Embiid. Free throw good. Giannis.
Now we can talk about it over and over again. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. And here is Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Kick out to Giannis. Here's Portis, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Portis, the pass to Holiday. Back to Portis. Here's Connaughton. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. The 76ers trail by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And it's Simmons penetrating.
And when Simmons...
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it." He really is fired up about this game.
Outside for Simmons. Clock at 4. Takes it from 10. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Simmons got 22 points.
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing on his team desperately needs him to.
Yep, it counts.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Simmons dishes to Howard. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And Howard doing a great job showing his ability to score in a critical situation.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Left side, Portis. Hits it down to Middleton. Portis trying to free himself. It's good!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Money!
The incredible focus of Simmons. Nothing gets to this guy, even when he's getting bodied by the defense.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout called, the 76ers. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
Curry way outside. Off target from downtown. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down to business. A look from earlier as they arrived at the arena. And with...
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. And one injury for them. They're still pretty close to full strength, though.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3. And for the Hawks, they've got Collins. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. There's the dish to Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Green, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you watch Danny Green work. Smart guy, a grinder. That time, he draws the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5. Because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows...
And it's Simmons penetrating. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Bogdanovich. Hits the jumper in space.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
Young against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Young. Huerter passes to Collins. Down low, 5 to shoot. Here's Huerter, defended by Milton. Huerter, no good.
Can't fault the play call, even though he couldn't convert. That's a...
Oh, what a play!
What the hell?
And you see Howard still with some of the signature explosiveness there. Powerful drive.
Huerter passes to Capella. Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. For the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Gallinari in for John Collins. Now, here's Maxey, guarded closely. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Huerter passes to Hunter. Back to Huerter. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. And the pass to Hunter. He dishes it to Okongwu. That one doesn't go. Excellent D from Howard. And he jams it with authority.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Williams dishes to Gallinari. Williams in the post. Will it go? Here's Okongwu. Oh, wow.
He went because he's so good at shooting it and driving it. Defenses overplay Lou, leaving other guys free.
Hawks making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Harris is checked in for Scott. Seth Curry comes in for Shake Milton. And George Hill's subbed in for Maxey. Dunn passes to Okongwu. To the paint. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Offline with his three. Philadelphia leading by 3. The feed to Howard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Howard's got his second bucket.
And the physicality of Howard completely overwhelming the defense.
Hunter, the pass to Herter from past the arc. And no good that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers on top as they end the first quarter on a 14-4 run. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. George Hill out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. Dunn misses. Philadelphia leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Maxey. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Okongwu. Bogdanovich inside. Defended by Milton. And that one drops.
So much of his offense is perimeter oriented. Good to see Gallinari attack inside.
Now here's Maxey. Dunn covering. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And there's a foul. It'll go on Shake Milton. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Trae Young subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. And Young kicks to Capella. The kick out to Young. It's Young on the wing. 4 on the clock. And he comes up with the deuce. Young's got 9 points.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Bogdanovich passes to Capella. Tries again. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Milton kicks to Howard. Pass to Scott. Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And they go to the intentional foul. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. For Philadelphia, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve. Williams finds Capella. Back to Williams to end the run.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
Passes it to Thibault. On the wing, Harris. Swiped away. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And an intentional foul right there. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Trae Young. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, credit Huerter. Recognizes where the help is coming from. Finds the open man.
Simmons against Collins. The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Williams dishes to Collins. Back to Williams. Pass to Huerter. 5 on the clock. Watch for the new shot clock. 3-pointers. Snell. The shot. No good. The 76ers leading by 8. And it's Simmons penetrating. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Capella, the pass to Williams. Here's Huerter. Connects from 3-point range. Huerter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Harris looking it over. Ball's knocked loose. Taken away by Williams.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Tony Snell.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Outside Williams. Launches it. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. And this talented 76ers team, they are loaded in their starting five. Jack, how long is that window to win it all?
The window is as long as they want it to be, Ernie.
And that's a wrap with the third quarter approaching.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Tony Snell. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich, and it's Young in at the 1. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. Young's got 11 points.
He does a good job of making quick reads and quick decisions off ball screens. Young always looking under control.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And now they decide to foul intentionally. The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Bogdanovich, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the game to go. Thibault with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Young against Harris. Back to Thibault. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
And stolen by Simmons. And there's the pass to Embiid.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
The 76ers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. The free throw drops for Embiid, and it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And so he hits both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Williams kicks to Okongwu. Simmons against Williams. Over Simmons. The Hawks again can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. That's going to send Dwight Howard to the line. That one on Gallinari. And some changes here for the 76ers. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Seth Curry comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Hill in for Simmons.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Hill. Offensive rebound. Okongwu. And they will get the basket. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded by Williams. Got a piece of it. And here is Hunter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
What an athlete. Love seeing Hunter get up for that flush.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Lou Williams. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Herter passes to Capella. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
That one misses. Molinari dishes to Capella. Jacks up a three. They shoot again, and it's blocked. And stolen by Dunn. And the dunk by Capella.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now, here's Maxey. He's got 8. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Now Hill. High post, Embiid. It's back to Hill. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And so it's Philadelphia. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with George Hill. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And the 76ers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Atlanta making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And then for Philadelphia, Matisse Thybulle comes in for Seth Curry. And Simmons subbed in for Hill. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. Let's see if they were listening, guys.
Now, here's Dunn. He's covered closely. Here's Simmons. And the layup is good. Simmons got 21 in the game.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Williams against Simmons. And stolen by Thybulle. Pass to Embiid. And there it is for him.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Williams kicks to Dunn. Got a piece of it. Outside Collins. Williams for 3. Fires from the line. That shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Trae Young comes in for Williams. And the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility. Great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
The Hawks trail by 12. Collins passes to Capella. Back to Collins. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Simmons with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. He's perfect from the line this time. Hawks shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Capella finds Snell. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Snell. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. They need this one. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Young.
Trae Young is such a natural scorer. I don't think the clock rattles him at all.
Harris outside. Shoots the three. Atlanta with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And they get it back. Here's Capella. Outside Collins. Just 5 on the clock. A nice shot by Young.
Let me tell you, off the catch, Trae Young transfers the ball into his shot pocket as quickly as anyone.
Outside Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Young passes to Capella. Outside Bogdanovich. He kicks to Young. Lets the three fly. Another miss by Young. Philadelphia leading by 11. Green taking his time here. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Young. And they double up Simmons. And the basket is good. Simmons got 14 points now in the second half.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the 76ers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success. You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Check Simmons.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From the arc. Rebounded by Capella. So it's the Hawks now. Floats it up for Young. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's Thibault in the corner. Embiid finds Simmons. From downtown, the shot, no good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. David, thank you. That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Green. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Simmons. And there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Embiid in at the center. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris, and it's Irving at the 2 spot. Here's Thybulle. To the inside. Embiid, no good.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too. Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Here's the floater, and it's good on the way in. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
On the wing, Irving. Outside Jordan. Pass to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
You've got to plug up these lanes to the basket, especially when Griffin is slashing with force.
Simmons against Griffin. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the Nets with possession here after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end. Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
The pass to Embiid. Three-pointer. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Harden. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
On the wing, Green. He kicks to Tolliver. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Green, the pass to Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or 2 ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be.
Oh, my finish!
Good. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those 2.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Brown, the pass to KD. Yep, that one goes in there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Maxey. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Luwawu. Comes up empty down low. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Korkmaz actually out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Howard. And it's Milton in at the small forward position.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
High post, Howard. Passes it to Maxey. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Howard. And it's in there. Howard's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
Irving finds KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Korkmaz, guarded by KD. Here's Milton. Off target from three-point range. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Pulls up. Korkmaz, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Griffin kicks to Harden. Left side Durant. The 17-footer. And he makes that one. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
Pass to Maxey. And Jordan sends it back. Durant feeling it out a bit. Got that one up quick. And now a 4-point Nets lead.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Pass to Maxey. To stop the run. It's rebounded by Durant. Nets leading by 4.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Harden. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound by the 76ers.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Embiid, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
Now here's Harden. Kicks to Griffin. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. .29 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Nets missing. The 76ers trail. Here's Green. Here's Thibault. At the elbow, Green. Out to the wing. Tolliver the pass to Embiid. Over Jordan. Embiid, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Irving with a clean look. Off target from outside. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good... Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. Knocked away. Embiid with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul. Now Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
It's really hard to say too much about Simmons. I mean, bouncing off defenders like they're not even there.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. That one falls. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons there of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And you got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. So it's Philadelphia now. Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
Harden against Simmons. Here's Green, and it's sent back by Howard. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn.
Yeah, and you know, for Simmons to be so young, he has a great basketball IQ, and he plays to his strengths on offense and plays to him well.
Here's Luwawu. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's Durant with the drive, and then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Both good from the line that time. Nets trail by 4. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Harris is checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. And so they foul intentionally. Embiid, he's checked in for Harris. Here's Durant. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 4.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now the pass to Luau. Inside, out to KD. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Howard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Nets trail by 7. Down low. The kick out to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Durant. Claxton, great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
1:25 left here in the third quarter. Green with the block. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Gets a hand on it. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Maxey. Howard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Harris subbed in for Durant. And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Jordan kicks to Irving. Out to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harden. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Green, he's checked in for Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And here's Maxey. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's deflected. They retain possession. The shot's good. And the 76ers lead by 6. Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Luwawu. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now, here's Maxey. Passes it to Milton. Howard in the post. The shot, no good. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. And well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Howard. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then there's Hill, and it's Curry in at the 2 guard. The 76ers lead it. To the inside, and stolen by Jordan. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Ben Simmons in for Hill. Irving with it. over Thibault. And it's Irving missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Tolliver, no luck. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. For three, Harris drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets.
You know, knocking down the three guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
No good from Simmons. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 3.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Harden against Simmons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those boards.
Timeout called, the Nets. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Irving. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for James Harden. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Durant, no good. 76ers trailing. Pass to Thibault. Back to Embiid. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. KD's got the ball. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside for Durant. Clock at 6. And then Durant with the dunk.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Now Simmons. And no good. Great D that time from Griffin. And another fast break for Brooklyn. The Nets are running. Outside, KD. The tray. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Simmons slams it in.
Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Durant wide open. He fires. Durant with another miss.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Here's Green. Embiid trying to break loose. A new 14 for the 76ers. Here's Simmons. Oh, and they take the lead. That's 29 points for Ben Simmons.
Boy, he's a real bully inside. I mean, you forget sometimes that Simmons is 6'9", 6'10", with nice touch. It's a nice combination near the basket.
Here's KD. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Howard's checked in. And so he's good on both free throws. And that gives them the lead.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
The drive by Simmons. And Durant sends it back. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From past the arc, hands the three.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Here's Simmons. Second shot opportunity. Howard. And Griffin sends it back. It's stolen by Green. Howard with it. He's picked up by Jordan. The drive by Simmons. Good work defensively by Harden. Embiid with the steal. Timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 4. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, he was waived after his second year in the league, guys, but Joe Harris didn't let that stop him. He improved his skills, and he's carving out a nice career for himself.
They need this. Yes!
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it. Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're behind by 6. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
On its way from Curry for 2. Off on that one.
Nice attention to detail on defense.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Clark Hill. Downtown Milwaukee is seat. And is the
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much.
And David, he is just getting started. Great stuff. Thanks as always. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. Now here's Lopez. Good on the bucket. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. There's the pass to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Pass to Forbes. Over to the left wing. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Green. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Left side, Harris. Back to Simmons. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And you got to appreciate the length Lopez has. He's effective at using it to stifle shooters.
Here's Forbes and Embiid with the block. Lopez passes to Forbes. The baseline jumper goes down.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The teardrop falls in.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Simmons. Thibault, the pass to Harris. Embiid inside. Lopez is there. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Forbes kicks to Connaughton. Three-pointer. Forbes can't get it to go.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
There's the dish to Lopez. And the layup falls. Lopez has got his second bucket.
Refusing to be tied down. Lopez is good at exploiting the D and nailing the shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Simmons. There's 1:54 left in the first. Great D that time from Giannis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Maxey, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Outside, Scott. Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Holiday. To stop the drought, and the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Tucker to the middle. It's tipped. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Maxey. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Bucks leading by 3. Pass to Tucker. Portis against Howard. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard controlling the defensive end.
Portis finds Middleton. Off with the layup. The 76ers trail by 3. Chalk up 2 there.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Portis with it. Kicks it to Tucker. Back to Portis. And hammers that one down right in the face of Mike Scott.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open.
Korkmaz. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks ahead, leading by... And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me. I'm able to know where my team is going.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
And Dwight Howard, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
And it goes down 2 points. Hill's got his first points in this one.
And taking what the defense gives him. I mean, that time, Hill got right to the rim.
Bounce pass, Holiday. The pass to DiVincenzo. He kicks it to Middleton. 6 to shoot. And here is Howard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Then for the 76ers, Mike Scott's checked in for Harris. And Maxey's subbed in for Hill.
Now, whether Portis can make the leap is still up in the air. He's young and has the potential to be really good this year.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Greg, is a broadcast. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
And Forbes kicks to Middleton. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Here's Middleton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. And Lopez gets it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Simmons dishes to Scott. Pass to Thibault. Scott kicks to Green. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Lopez with the block. Here's Forbes. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
This is as high percentage of a shot as you can get for Embiid. He's a powerhouse of a player. He loves to dunk it.
Forbes the pass to Lopez. Middleton dishes to Forbes. Back to Middleton. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
On the wing, Scott. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Forbes, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And an incredible display of awareness there. Giannis, a great read on the defensive end and understands this team wants to run.
Embiid kicks to Simmons. Just 3 on the clock, and Simmons slams it in.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They kept at it on both ends. And that does it for our half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the small forward spot. Lopez, they get the rebound. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Lopez has got 10 points.
Now you got to respect the effort. When Lopez is determined to rebound the ball, it makes a difference.
Pass to Korkmaz. Now Embiid. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Passes to Milton. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Simmons. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Dishes to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The drive by Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Simmons against Giannis. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. Double team on Holiday. 7-foot shot. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Holiday. 8 points for him.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And here's the fast break.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
The 76ers trail by 3. Outside, Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Ben Simmons. Korkmaz comes in for Curry. And it's Jake Milton in for George Hill.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now here's DiVincenzo, defended by Milton. Shot clock at 5. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Maxey passes to Howard. To the paint. Here's Korkmaz. Back to Howard. And the pass to Maxey. Rebound, Milwaukee. 1:12 left to play here in the third. DiVincenzo finds Tucker. Here's Portis. The steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Scott. Lays it up off the glass. Teague with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Tucker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. Misses the 3. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Maxey sinks that one from the post. Maxey's got 9.
Oh, he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
And Teague, here we go, from 11 feet away, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Portis has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee. Now, here's Maxey. 9 points in the game so far. Howard, the pass to Maxey. Back to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Middleton for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow. That's his first personal foul.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Chris Middleton. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting. You do your best, and you live with the result.
Out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. It's stolen by Kumbo. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Portis throws it down.
What intensity on the glass from Portis. Junkyard dog. He worked so hard for the second chance opportunities.
Pass to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Harris outside. good on the shot.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Holiday, no one around him. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it's Thibault in the corner. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. For three, Harris. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got his fifth rebound in this one.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Outside, Simmons. He dishes it to Howard. And the rejection by Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels at ease rising up for the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Curry's checked in. Here's Giannis. No good that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Rebounded by the Bucks. And it's the Bucks on the break. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Simmons. That one off the back iron and out. Milwaukee leading by 4. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Howard's checked in. Now the 76ers on the break. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Milwaukee the other way now. Lopez outside. Here's Giannis. And Forbes has it in the corner. Here's Connaughton. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lopez. Over Harris. Here's Connaughton. And the Bucks miss again. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 4.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
But when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. He's 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Holiday's got his first basket.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
Easy to see why Simmons is on the floor. He's terrific at capitalizing during important parts of the game.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Pass to Nora. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Top of the key, Holiday. Trying to get open as Lopez. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. From deep. Offensive rebound. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep three-point range. From deep. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. It was, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.